Welcome, hockey fans, to another exciting evening of Quad City Blues hockey. We're coming to you from the Youngs Arena in Waterloo, Iowa. This matchup is between the Quad City Blues JV and the Waterloo Warrior JV. There's the drop of the puck. Alexander's out there with Karsten and Price. And we have Panther and Guile back on defense. After winning the faceoff, the Blues send it back to the D, and it's sent down the ice for an icing. So we'll have a faceoff all the way down to the left of Cody Harkey. Harkey starting this tilt. He played last night and went through a 23 to 25 round shootout before the Blues finally got one past Cedar Rapids goalie. There's the drop of the puck. Blues win it, but Waterloo comes away with it. There's a pass up the slot. Doesn't connect. Goes down the ice. There'll be no icing. Price on the forecheck. Waterloo gets to it first, but loses control. It's swiped off of Price's stick, sent to the corner. Alexander on the man, but it's sent up to the blue line. There's a hard check along the boards. It's thrown in from the red line. No icing. The Blues go for a change. Alexander on the forecheck. The Warriors send it around the boards. Slap back in, but intercepted by a Warrior player. Down the ice it's sent. Back behind the net it goes. Panther picks it up. Skates out. Under pressure. Sends it to the near boards. Off the boards. Mendoza can't reach it. It's sent back in. Guile back on it under pressure in the corner. Sends it around. Waterman, who's on the ice, picks it up. Centering a attempt to Blunk from Smith is intercepted. Guile gets it. Backhands away from pressure. Pulls back again. Back behind the net he goes. He's forechecked again. Waterman comes away with the puck. Bumps it up the board. Smith can't get to it. Waterloo has it. They're looking in the slot. There's a shot and a score. That's Waterloo hockey right there. Get below the goal line and have a man come down the slot. We got to watch for that. So the score at 13:40 to go in the first is 1-0 in favor of the home team, the Waterloo Warriors. So the Blues have to connect on their passes a little better. Here they were having a hard time getting out of the defensive zone right away. So we have Drissel, Munsterman, and Brock Carroll out there with Waterman and Sachesky back on D. Blues will win the faceoff. It's finally sent back to Waterman. Waterman looks, sends it up to Munsterman. It's off his stick, but in. There'll be no icing. Board comes down. Oh, Munsterman's hit high. There'll be a penalty on Waterloo. Elbow to the helmet. He's broke his stick. He's going to get a penalty if he's not careful. He's got to drop that. Puck in the corner. Still delayed on. Finally, Waterloo catches, touches up. So the Blues will go on a power play. 13-14 of the first. It's an excellent chance for the Blues to tie it up. So roughing the call. Munsterman's lucky he didn't get a penalty. You can't carry a broken stick on the ice. You have to drop it immediately. But he picked up both pieces and headed for the bench. So we have Blunk in there to take the face-off. He's out there with Smith on the left, Mendoza on the right. Waterman and Sachesky back as the D. There's a face-off. Mendoza picks it up at the top of the circle, sends it to Sachesky. Over to Waterman, back to Sachesky. Sachesky sends it back over to Waterman. He looks, sends it down to Blunk. Blunk looks to the net, sends it back up to Waterman. Good patience with the puck by the Blues, but nobody quite open. Waterman gets it, hard one. It's loose next to the net. Goalie's down. It's kicked behind. Waterloo sends it up. Waterman gets it. He looks, patient. Sends it over to Sachesky, top of the slot. Sends it back to Waterman. Waterman comes down, hash marks along the boards. Sends it back to the corner to Blunk. Blunk sends it below the net and around. Waterloo tries to send it up, but doesn't get enough on it. Sachesky has it, sends it to Waterman. Waterman takes a look. Down to Blunk. 1:08 left on the power play. Blunk gives it up. Smith comes over in support, picks it up, walks it out of the corner. Back to Waterman on the point, over to Sachesky. Sachesky turns, looks, sends one on the ice towards the net. Puck's loose right next to the goalie. Fired over to the corner. Sachesky over, picks it up along the boards. Walks the blue line, sends it over to Waterman. Waterman walks in, sends one high, gloved, up, and over into the netting is where it ended up. So a couple good looks on that power play. 43 seconds to go on the power play. 11:57 of the first period. The Blues send out Drissel, Munsterman, and Brock Carroll. Blues win it. Munsterman gets it. Tries to send it across the front of the crease, but nobody there. Waterloo can't get it out. Panther gets in the way of it. He sends it across ice. Carroll picks it up. Sends it to the top of the slot. Munsterman gets it, sends it to Guile. Guile walks in. Weak wrister, just under it. Oh, It was a weak wrister from above the circle, but the goalie tried to use a blocker save. It went under his blocker, dropped down, either behind him or between his legs. He didn't know, and the Blues couldn't get there in time to capitalize on it. 22 seconds in the power play. Face off to the left of the Warrior goalie. The Blues finally establish control. Waterloo comes away. The Warriors send it up. Guile can't keep it in. He collects, sends it back over to Panther. Panther off Munsterman. Nope, Munsterman didn't get his stick on it. That's an icing. So with 8 seconds to go on the power play, the Blues have to go all the way back in their end for a face-off to the left of Harkey. So the Blues generating opportunities, but no score yet. Trail by a score of 1-0 to the Warriors. There's a drop of the puck. The Warriors win it. Shot goes near side. Behind the net. It's rifled back around. Picked up behind the net by Waterloo. Shot into Cody Harkey. He makes the simple save. So with the stoppage, we'll have a face-off to the right of Cody. The Blues change up their lineup. Place, Pruitt, Beckwith out there with Chesky and, I believe, Waterman. Drop of the puck. Place wins it back. Chesky picks it up, goes behind his net. Up the boards, but not out. At the point, shot in. Glove side wide on Harkey. Hits the end boards. Up it goes. Puck sent behind the net. Waterloo's after it. Chesky gets to it. He's driven off the puck, though. Waterloo sends it back. Behind the net. Can't control. Cutcomp's out there. Cutcomp trying to use his big body. Sent low. Waterloo tries to send it up. But the Blues collect. Pruitt up along the boards. Into the zone. Shoots one off the end boards. Hits the back of the net. Goes to the corner. Beckwith in after it. She's knocked down with a big elbow by big number 31 from the Warriors. Here come the Warriors across. Backhand shot. Whoa. So a nice backhand shot by Waterloo there. Harkey makes a good save. Can't lift your elbow like that. Alexander, he's out there. Takes the face-off out there with Karsten and Price. Puck sent up off Price's stick, but it'll go for icing. And the Blues will come all the way back. So Alexander, Karsten, Price out there as the forwards. Waterman and Guile back on defense. So according to the scoreboard, both teams have 3 shots on goal. The Warriors lead 1-0 with 10:10 left to go in the first period. Alexander in for the face-off. Drop of the puck. He wins it back. Waterman takes it for a ride behind his net. Up off the boards. It's chipped out. Sent back in by Waterloo. Guile gets to it first. Takes a look over his shoulder. Sends it around the boards, but weakly. Up to the point it goes, but he can't get it out. Goes down the ice. There'll be no icing. Sent back up. Waterloo collects. Sent out. And it goes for icing. So the Blues will have a face-off to the left of the Waterloo goalie. So out come Blanc, Smith, and Mendoza. Cutcomp and Panther as the D pair. There's the whistle. Drop of the puck. Comes back to Cutcomp. He's over to Panther. Panther takes a look, sends it back to Cutcomp. Cutcomp sends it down to Smith. Smith tries to get back up to Cutcomp. It's off Cutcomp's skate and back down. Smith chasing to the corner. Waterloo sends it back up the boards. Cutcomp Pins it up against the boards. Blanc tries to send it deep, but it's intercepted along the boards. Blanc knocks it off the stick of a Warrior player. Then he almost intercepts the pass at the red line. Oh, a big hit by Panther right at the blue line. Totally clean. Sent down the ice. That might be icing. So it's icing by the Blues after a big hit. So the puck will come all the way back to the right of Harkey. After the initial goal by the Warriors, there hasn't been a lot of action. It's been a lot of icing and a lot of back and forth in the neutral zone. Driscoll out there for the faceoff. He's out with Brock Carroll and Munsterman. The Warrior center's thrown out. There's the drop of the puck. Panther gets to it first, sends it around the boards. Munsterman can't get to it. Sent down the ice. Brock Carroll on the forecheck, harassing the Warrior player. He sends it up into the skates of a Blues player. Munsterman continues to drag it down the board. Finally, it's sent out. Brock Carroll gets to it. It's poked, though, between his skates. Here's a dangerous opportunity. Puck's loose right in front of the net. Still loose. Still loose. Finally, Cody Harkey pokes it up, and then a Blues player slaps it down the ice. It'll be icing. But the Blues get themselves out of a dangerous situation there. The Warrior player came down below the goal line. It looked like he tried to bank one off the back of Cody. Puck hit Cody high in the shoulder on the side and then dropped in front of the net, but Cody couldn't get to it. There were a lot of bodies and sticks in the way. All right, we have Place, Pruitt, Beckwith out there. The Warriors win the faceoff, send it opposite corner. Try to send it down below the goal line. Send around to the opposite corner. Beckwith in there. She can't get to it first. The Warriors send it back around. And back around to the other side. Beckwith gets to it. She takes a look. Pins it along the boards. She's battling. It's poked up. Place can't get to it. He can't battle. Puck still loose in the top of the slot. Guile kicks it out. It's out of the zone. In come the Warriors. 2-on-2. Pruitt wisely picked up the trailer. Guile banks it off the board to himself, tries to send it up. A weak pass, though, doesn't get down, doesn't get up ice. Zacheski, he sends it into the skates of a Warrior player. It's still battled. There goes a stick in the air. Beckwith gets to it. She sends it up to the point right to a Warrior player. It's off Guile's stick, and, a shot high wide. D pinches deep. Back to the point for the Warriors. High shot over the goalie. Guile still without his stick. It's way over by the far boards. Puck sent down. Sent across. Oh, and a nice save by Harkey. Nice save. So being trapped in their zone for that entire shift, the Blues were get away without giving up a goal. So Alexander, Price, and Karsten out there with Waterman and Panthers, the D. Alexander thrown out. Karsten comes in to take the faceoff. The Warriors win it back. D to D along the blue line. Shot in, a deflection attempt from the hash marks. Another shot sent to the net. Still didn't get through. Finally, Price picks it up. He tries to feed it through a crowd. It's intercepted. One sent right across the toes of Cody. Sent in the slot. Nice pass back to the top of the circle. The Warriors are really having their way with the Blues at the moment. Chipped off the board right to a Warrior player who sends it back behind the net. Panther in the corner on it. The Warriors send it back. Waterman flicks it lightly around to Carson. Carson gets it up to Alexander, who chips it out. He's across the line. He's got Price with him. He sends it on net. It's directed behind the net. Price over to it. Sends it to the point. Carson's there. His hard shot deflected to the corner. Price on it. Across the crease, but nobody there. Alexander. Oh, no. Waterman's shot goes near side post behind the net. Another shot. Misses, just misses the post. Waterman turns into a Warrior player, and they finally get it out. Blanc leaves it for Panther. Panther backhands it over the red line and in. The Blues are changing. Blanc's out there with Mendoza and Smith. Waterman and Panther still out there. Blanc has it. He sends it over to Mendoza. Mendoza wasn't looking. Didn't see the pass come. Oh, Smith runs into Cutcomp. There's a breakaway. And the Warriors are up 2-0. Bit of a collision by two Blues players at center ice. Sprung the Warrior forward, who picked the puck up, headed in. And with a nice little snapshot there, puts the Warriors up 2-0. 5:29 to go in the first period. The Blues showing a little bit of signs of tiredness from last night's game. There's a drop of the puck. Driscoll sends it back to Sucheski. Sucheski over the red line, sends it in. Behind the net, the Warriors pick it up the boards. Driscoll gets to it, but he can't send it deeper. It's finally popped out. Driscoll gets it. They're on. Oh, I guess they're offside now. So the Blues go in offside. So we'll have a face-off right here in front of us, outside the blue line of the Warriors. Driscoll out there with Munsterman. Munsterman and Brock Carroll as the forwards. Sucheski and Cutcomp back on D. Puck's one back to the face-off dot. Then it's sent down the ice. Icing waved off. Sucheski picks it up. Cuts between two Warrior players. Banks it off and out, but right to another Warrior player. Brock on the forecheck. Mishandled. Driscoll picks it up. Circles, comes across the red line. The blue line pulls up just inside the blue line. Carroll sends it towards the net. It's intercepted by a Warrior defenseman. Fires one up ice. It's off his stick. Cutcomp sends it back. Dribbles into the Warrior end. They're coming out. The Blues are changing right off the bench. Place gets in the way but can't do anything with it. Waterman sends it off the boards. It's sent back to Waterman as Munsterman's getting off the ice. Waterman and Guile out there on D. Place, Pruitt, and Beckwith out as the forwards. Waterman circles. Brings it out of the zone. Crosses the red line. Across the blue line. Comes in. Shoots high over the net. And into the netting. So the Blues will have a face-off to the left of the Warrior goaltender. Place in for the face-off. There's the drop of the puck. Warriors come away with it. Sent around the boards. Beckwith can't get to it. Sent across ice. Down the left wing. Hard shot off Cody. Bounces down the slot. Pruitt picks it up. It's knocked off his stick back to Beckwith. She loses control. Warriors come away with it. Beckwith gets it. Sends it down the ice. Won't go for icing. And the Blues change on the fly. Place takes his man to the boards. Two Blues players again run into each other right in neutral ice. The puck sent behind the Blues net. Picked up by Panther. Sent back behind to Guile. Guile under pressure. Sends it up the boards to Price. Price, nice little move. Gets behind one Warrior player, but can't get past the second one. They send it cross ice. Guile sends it out of the zone. Icing waved off. Alexander on it. Oh, he overskated it. The Warrior player screwed up. Intercepted Carson's. One-timer goes nowhere. The Warriors come in. Drive wide. Sucheski drives the man off the puck. Two Blues players plaster the Warrior player to the end boards. Here comes Sucheski up ice. Across the red line. Across the blue line. Top. Oh, nice shot from the hash marks. Loose puck. Still loose. Some rough stuff there. Alexander not putting up with being shoved in from behind. So the Blues, with 2:40 to go in the first period, find themselves down 2-0 to the Warriors. So out come Blanc, Smith, and Mendoza for the face-off to the left of the Warrior goalie. Waterman and Cutcomp out there as the D. The drop of the puck. Blunk sends it back. Hammered in by Waterman. High shot. The goalie grabs it easily but holds on. We'll have another face-off in the same spot. Whistle. Drop of the puck. One back to Waterman. Waterman takes a look. Sends it down, but knows they can't get to it. Puck sent back around to Waterman. Waterman picks it up at the blue line. Feeds it back down behind the net. Blunk picks it up. He's hassled as he comes up the board. He sends it back behind the net. Mendoza gets there. Sends it out front. Smith with a couple chances. It comes back to him. He sends it to Cutcomp. Cutcomp sends it over to Blunk. Blunk tries to send it over to Waterman. It's knocked out of the zone by the Warriors. The Blues hustle back in their own end. Blunk, being pursued, heads behind the net. Drops it off for Waterman. Waterman comes out the other side, up the near boards. He's looking, head up, across the red line. Gets in the zone. Gets hassled, pushed against the board. Puck still in the zone. Right at the blue line. 3 Warriors and 3 Blues players. It's finally popped out. Smith gets it, but Waterman was still in the zone as he curled back across the blue line. So offside is the right call. And the Blues send out a new line. Drissel, Brock Carroll, and Munsterman out there with Guile and Panther back on the D. There's the drop of the puck. It's tied up on the dot. Nobody's come away with it yet. Finally, Carroll sends it in. But the Warriors collect. They flip one in. Guile grabs it with his glove, drops it, sends up the board, but it's right to a Warrior player. To the point, sent in. Shot attempt blocked with a skate by Panther. Carroll gets back to it, sends it up. Drissel gets to it, headmans it to Munsterman. Munsterman across the blue line. Takes a shot, but it's blocked down by a Warrior player. Another shot right through a crowd. Puck's loose. And the goalie falls on it. So the Blues are putting shots on the goalie, and he's giving them rebounds. They're just not to the net. A little more to the net, we might have a goal or two. So the 1:01 left in the game, the score, the Waterloo Warriors 2, the Quad City Blues 0. Shots according to the scoreboard favoring the Blues 11-9. Drissel wins it back. Guile gets it, backhands it back down the corner. Waterloo's there for it, sends it up. It's almost intercepted. Guile gets it again, hammers it down into the corner. It's over the Waterloo player. Back up to the hash marks along the board. Guile there. The Blues are doing a good job of keeping it in. It's still in. But Drissel pressed. Brock gets it, shoots one at the net. Nice soft one. With 36 seconds to go, we'll have a face-off again to the left of the Warrior goalie. And out comes Blanc, Smith, and Mendoza again with Sacheski and Waterman. There's the drop of the puck. It's one back. Waterman shoots one across the front of the net. Smith was right there, but was well tied up. Sacheski battling with the big 31 from Waterloo. Sacheski picks it up, sends it in. Follows it all the way deep behind the net. Smith trying to come out from behind the net with it. He gets hammered in the corner. Blanc harassing the puck carrier for Waterloo. Out they come. Cross ice pass. It's chipped high up into the zone. Mendoza skates back, picks it up in the corner. He's roughed up. The Blues send it up. And there's the horn for the first period. So the Blues picking up their play towards the end of the first. Spent a lot of time in their own end, though, for that first period, resulting in a 2-0 score in favor of the Warriors. Scoreboard shows 13 shots for the Blues, 9 for the Warriors. Much of those 13 coming in the last about 5 minutes of the period. So after a few minutes here, we'll proceed with the second period. All right. Pardon me. As the teams prepare for the second period, this is an important game for both teams. The Blues currently set in the 6th place. Waterloo right below them in 7th place. But I believe, if I look back here, we've played 21 games. Waterloo's only played 19. So both teams looking to come away with a win again to maintain and separate from each other. So right off the face-off, the puck sent out of play. And we'll have another drop of the puck at center ice. 14:53 of the second period. Your Quad City Blues down by a score of 2-0 to the Waterloo Warriors. There's a drop of the puck. Warriors control. Carry it in. Shot from the top of the circle. Rebound. Cody dropped out of his glove. He doesn't know where the puck is. Sent around the boards to the far point. Up. Waterloo intercepts. Sends it low. Dangerous play by the Blues. A weak wrister sent towards Cody, and one of the Blues players stuck their stick out and hit it down. All right. We'll have a face-off to the left of Cody. Warriors control the face-off, send it to the far corner. Waterman gets to it, sends it around to Guile. Guile sends it back to him in the corner. Sent up to Beckwith. She's harassed by 2 Warrior players. Finally, Place comes over to help. Comes out. Oh, there's a move around Waterman. Guile gets it, sends it to Waterman. Waterman sends it up the board. Beckwith can't get to it. It's sent back down to Guile, waiting between the hash marks. It's sent up to Place, but Pruitt gets it. Just offside. It was a nice pass by Waterman up to Place. He struggled with it, though, when he got it. Actually stepped on the puck, but Pruitt coming up in support picked it up. But because of the little bit of confusion, Place came across the blue line before the puck did. Puck sent around the boards by the Warriors. Makes it out. Price can't control. Puck gets behind Guile, but then the Warrior loses control and sight of it. Puck's now sent down behind the Blues net. Guile coasting to it, pokes it up to Carson. Carson sends it up. At the point, it's knocked down by the Warriors and set back down the boards. Battled for along the boards. Walked out by Waterloo behind the net. There's a shot across the crease, goes the opposite corner. Fired back down below the net. Price has to come all the way down in the corner and battle. Guile gets it and sends up the boards, but right to the Warrior defenseman. Puck shot loose. I don't know how that went in. I think it went behind Cody along the goal line and then got smacked in by the other forward. So the Blues find themselves down 3-0, 13:03 to go in the second. Kind of a little bit of lackluster play by the JV this morning. Blanc wins the face-off, collects it, sends it in, chases after. Blanc and Smith behind the net. Waterloo gets it sent up. Szczeski sends it back down. Smith tries to send it further, but it's off the skates of a Warrior. Up to the point. Szczeski takes a look, sends it towards the net. Smith deflected it just wide of the net. Puck sent up. Panther goes down to one knee and keeps it in smartly. Sends it cross ice. Sent out to neutral ice. Warriors get to it, but it's sent out. It's carried in. Smith comes away with it. Long shot. Rebound given right in the slot. Fired to the corner by the Warriors. Panther pinches down, keeps it in. Battling at the hash mark, still has it in. Finally, it's sent out by Waterloo. Guile back for it. He takes a look. Mendoza's back supporting him. He finally chips up the board and out. Driscoll can't get to it. It's sent back to the Blues blue line. Comes in. Panther puts a hit on big number 4. Here come the Blues the other way. Driscoll gets around. Shot, but nobody coming up. The Blues are changing behind it. Guile overskates the puck. Brock Carroll and number 4 roughing it up on the boards here in front of us. Finally, the Blues get it in the corner. It's chipped up around one Warrior. It's to the blue line, but not out. The Warriors send it to the corner. Back up the boards. Glove down. Right in on Cody. There's a shot. Trying to go short side. Puck bounces up behind the net. Guile comes away with it. Fires it hard off the boards, but Waterloo's at the blue line to keep it in. There's a centering attempt that bounces off the side of the net. The Blues are just chasing the puck around. Finally, Cutcomb gets it. Sends it to Munsterman. He can't control it, though. Comes over to Brock. Brock is harassed along the boards. And Waterloo sends it in the Blues end. Guile gets to it, fires it up along the boards. Chipped into the zone by Place. Waterloo loses control of it. Guile jumps in front of it. And Munsterman comes away with it. He carries it in. He has Brock. There's a shot. Big blocker save. Up to the top of the circles. Place sends it back in deeper. It's still in. Waterman shot hard low. Place pursues the puck carrier. Here comes Waterloo across the red line. Tries to get around Waterman. Waterman forces him to the corner. Sucheski gets to it, sends it to the corner. Beckwith comes down, picks it up. She has time, space. She's got to look. She's got to skate with that. Place was there. She could have got it right to him. Sent back in behind the net. Waterman picks it up. Fires it off the boards. Pruitt can't control it. It's off his skates, and the Warriors maintain control in the Blues end. Sucheski bounces off a big Waterloo player who still controls it. Pruitt gets on him. Up to the point. Fired through a crowd. Sucheski protects the puck. Waterloo comes in, manages to fish it out. And there's a backhand attempt on a wraparound. It stopped, and the Blues make a change. So out comes Alexander, Karsten, and Price with Sucheski and Waterman as the D-men. Alexander moves in to take a face-off. It's tied up, but the Warriors win it back. They send it in on Harkey. Harkey sends it to the corner. Sucheski gets plowed down for his effort. No call. It's sent up. Alexander gets it, pulls up, feathers it towards the net. Price in on it. Again, no call. Hit, knocked down well after the play. Waterloo gets the puck in, tries to center it, but Alexander comes back, disrupts the play. Waterloo collects it along the boards, sends it to the top of the circle, tied up on a shot. Sucheski's ridden down while battling for the puck. Sucheski goes down with a Waterloo Warrior player on top of him. High shot goes to the opposite point, sent back down low. Alexander muscling his man into the board, finally knocks it off. Puck sent to the corner, though. Back up to the point, Karsten up on it. Oh, it's off the back of somebody's leg. Finally, the Blues get control. Sent it out to Karsten. It's off his stick. He hustles after it. But the Warriors come away with it. Turn, fire it back up the boards. Price overskates the puck carrier. Blunt gets back, sends it out of the zone. It's off the linesman. Thanks. The Warriors send it in and do a change behind the play. Waterman picks the puck up, fires it up. It's off a Waterloo stick. And in comes Waterloo. Blanc harassing the puck carrier. Puck sent across the crease. Hits a Warrior player, bounces up in the air, creates a dangerous chance, but Cody manages to track the puck through all that chaos and makes a good stop. And we'll have face-off to the right of Harkey, with Blanc, Smith, and Mendoza as your forwards. Guile and Panther back for D. Puck loose, laying right there. Mendoza Stick lifts. The puck comes out of the zone. It's foot race. Mendoza picks it up. Drops it back for Smith. Smith walks in. Takes a shot. Low. Rebound's still there. It's sent up top. Guile fires one in and scores. So Carver Guile from the top of the circle picks up a clearing attempt, shoots it through a crowd, and it gets the Blues on the scoreboard. So the Blues trail by 2, scored a 3-1. So that's the real first opportunity the Blues have had for any offense this period. Most of it spent in their own end. 7:33 to go in the second period. Let's see if that sparks the Blues. So Driscoll's out there with Brock Carroll on the left and Munsterman on the right. Panther and Guile back on deep. Puck tied up at center ice. Still a battle for Munsterman. Gets it, flips it in. The race is on. It's played behind the net by the goalie, up the boards. Panther gets it, shoots it high off the shoulder of a Warrior. It's loose in front. Some pushing and shoving. Sticks up high, no calls. Poor Driscoll looked like he was getting his head taken off, but went in Waterloo. Face-off to the right of the goalie for Waterloo. So the Warriors, after giving up a goal, give up a good opportunity for the Blues to score a second one. There's the drop of the puck. Puck's tied up. Carroll in there. The Warriors come away with it. They're harassed, but send it up. Guile picks it up. Across the red line, he fires it in deep. Behind the net it goes. Here comes Brock Carroll to the end boards. Rides the man in. Chases down the puck. It's turned over. To Panther it goes. There's a low shot wide. Carroll couldn't get his stick in the way to deflect it. He tried, though. Sent down across the crease by Sachesky. Panther comes down, pokes it deeper. Down in the corner, it's still along the boards. Finally, Waterloo sends it out. Driscoll gets it, sends it over to Sachesky. Sachesky sends it up. Can't connect. So icing will be the call. Sachesky couldn't connect with, I think it was Driscoll. So the faceoff will come back to the right of Harkey. The Blues change up. We have Place, Pruitt, and Beckwith out there with Cutcomp and Sachesky back as the D pairing. There's the drop of the puck. Goes to the corner. Sachesky gets to it, sends it up the boards. Place can't get to it in time. It's sent further down. Sachesky gets to it. He ties it up. Sent up the boards. Beckwith tangles with a big number 11. Sent behind the boards. Sachesky being mauled back there by a Warrior player. Place gets back there. He's roughing things up. Here it comes to the dot. Beckwith gets in the way of it, and Sachesky comes away. Sent up to Place. Place gets by. Puck's in the zone, but Place still roughed up. Beckwith runs into Place, though, but it's sent deeper into the corner. There's a penalty coming on the Warriors. So we'll see what the call is. I think they're both going in the box, apparently. Yeah, 2 for 1 today. No call yet. Okay, well, no signal. So it shows number 11 up there for 2 minutes. Well, I don't think so because they both went off. And a 2 and 10, they get to pick. So the Blues are on a power play. The Warriors send it down the ice, clear it. 5:40 to go in the second period. Here come the Blues. 5 wide. Smith with the puck, sends it over to Mendoza. Mendoza collects it, crosses the red line. loses control, and it's poked back out. Smith has to hustle back to get it. Here comes Smith. Sends it to his right. Up to Blanc, but Blanc can't control it. It's sent up the boards. It's battled along by the red line in front of the Warrior bench. Still, Waterman finally comes away with it. He circles back. Top of his own circles over to Mendoza. It's off his stick and fired back. The Blues hadn't even gotten into the zone on this power play, and they turn it over again. Minute 6 to go in the power play. 4:51 left in the period. Smith sends it over to Waterman. Waterman gets it. Across the blue line. Top of the circle, cuts back. Sends it back behind the net. Blanc battling for it. Smith can't get it. The Warriors come away and backhand it down the ice and clear it. 41 seconds to go. The Blues change up their power play unit. Sachesky comes with the puck, fires it up. Carroll gets it, but it's knocked off his stick, and the Warriors send it in. So Drissel, Munsterman, and Brock Carroll out there for the Blues, with Sachesky and Panther back for D. Sachesky gets it up the board to Carroll. Carroll can't get a hold of it. Finally, he chips it in, but it's fired out by the Warriors. 9 seconds to go in the period. The Blues have not capitalized on this opportunity at all. Panther comes up with speed across the red line. Finally into the zone. Down in the corner. He's being hooked and harassed. No calls. But he loses control and the puck comes out. Drissel back for it. Picks it up. The power play's over. Munsterman loses control but sends it back up. Sent in. Guile picks it up. Gets it to Brock. Oh, there's a knee. So the Blues, even though not having any success on the power play, look like they're going back on the power play. So it'd be kneeing. But it looks like it's only a minor for 2. So the Blues will have a face-off to the left of the Warrior goalie. There's the drop of the puck. Pass back to Sachesky. He's got to skate over to pick it up. He pulls back. Sends it over to Smith. Smith over to Waterman. Waterman walks in. Takes a shot. It's off of a Warrior player in front. The Blues. Oh, there's an elbow to the head. Sachesky has to come down and pick it up. Smith got leveled by a big elbow. Mendoza takes a shot. Goes wide. It's poked up to Waterman. Waterman gets it. Sends it back down to Smith. Smith sends it back to Waterman. Waterman walks the blue line. Sends it back down to Smith. Smith sends it across. Oh, it's into Mendoza's skates. He couldn't get a one-timer off. Mid at 18. Waterman fakes the slap shot. Circles to the boards. Sends it low. Smith sends it up to Sachesky. Sachesky stumbles. There's a shot. Waterloo gets to it, but Sachesky does a fine job of keeping it in. Sent back up to Sachesky from Mendoza. Mendoza gets it. Sends it all the way across to Waterman. Waterman turns. Feathers it down into the corner. Smith gets it. Up the boards he comes to the hash mark. Sends it over to Waterman. Waterman takes a look. Sends it to Sachesky. Sachesky loses control, but manages to send it down to Mendoza along the boards. Mendoza up to the blue line. Gets it poked off his stick. Harkey comes out. Plays it smartly to Sachesky. Here comes Sachesky. He's hit hard. Loses control. Puck still in. Pitchfork. Ah! It was a long night last night. Puck up in the air to the corner. Drissel takes a look through a crowd just wide. Comes around to Waterman. The Blues are changing. Waterman shot on net up high. Drissel picks it up. Over to Carroll. Carroll pokes it back deep. 2 seconds left in the power play. Puck sent down ice. That'll be icing. So, the Blues, after having a Not very productive power play. Go back on the power play, generate some shots, have some scoring chances. But the score still remains 3 for the Warriors, 1 for the Blues. With 1:13 to go in the second period, the Blues have a face-off to the right of the Warrior goalie. We have Drissel, Brock Carroll out there, and Munsterman. Guile and Panther back as the D. There's the drop of the puck. Warriors win it. Behind their own net they go. Up the left wing, around one Blues player. Across the blue line, centering pass disrupted by a Blues player, picked up by Munsterman. He sends it in deep. Carroll in after it. Munsterman along the board slows it down. Guile sends it back down. Carroll after it. He picks it up, but can't control it. Sends it right in the slot. Munsterman shoots and scores! There we go. That's a Grandpa Greg backbreaker right there. That goal in the last minute of a period. So the Blues, after struggling again through the second period, managed to inch within one, scoring with 47.3 seconds to go in the period. Munsterman right there in the slot. Brock Carroll, beautiful job sending it off his backhand from below the goal line. The Warriors were all watching Munsterman. So we got Alexander out there with Price and Karstens. The Warriors win the faceoff. It's sent out and back in, but it's called offside. So offside, faceoff comes out. 39.1 seconds to go in the period. The Blues have to play tight, don't give anything up here. After scoring that goal at the last minute of the period, Alexander wins it, comes away with it, but he's tied up. The Warriors, big cut comp went for a check and missed. Szczeski runs the man to the corner. Puck sent across the crease, but not cleared out. A lazy pass by the Warriors. Karsten almost had a breakaway. Set back in. 15 seconds left in the period. Konkop sends it to Price. Price sends it across. Just behind Karsten, but tipped in. It won't go for icing. He's in on the forecheck. Fired back up the boards and just out. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the second period. Alexander and Karsten both pound on a guy for shooting after the horn. Now there's rough stuff. The Blues are over there. There's going to be a penalty or two. The Blues players took exception to the Warrior players shooting on net after the horn. So we'll see what the penalties are. So this is JV, so we'll have they'll clean the ice between the second and third here, and then we'll come back. So I'm still seeing it. Again, these refs don't give any signals. So I'll have to look up here at the period break and see what some of these penalties were. All right. So when I find out, I'll let you know. We'll be back after the ice scrape. Welcome back, Blues fans, to the start of the third period. We have 15 minutes up on the clock. Players are at the benches. There's a little ruckus after the horn to end the second period. Two Blues players will be going to the box. Jackson Kuntkamp and Brady Sacheski each received 2 minutes for roughing. One Warrior player is going to the box. He also received 2 minutes for roughing. So we will be starting down a man. Blanc out there with Smith, Waterman, and Guile back on D. The Warriors send the puck in. Along the boards at the hash mark, send it deeper, try to send it back up. Back behind the net it goes. Waterman getting a stick on it. To the outside, up to the top of the slot. Fired in on Harkey. Harkey sends it to the corner, though. The Warriors slow it down at the hash marks along the boards. Cross ice pass. Interrupted by Waterman's stick. Blanc gets it, hammers it down the ice off a nice backhand. Goes for a change. Waterloo's goalie settles it down. Here come the Warriors, 3 wide. Across the red line, at the blue line, in, send it deep. Behind the net and around. Waterloo picks it up in the corner. Sends it back to the point. Sent back down to the corner by the Warriors. At the hash marks, it's intercepted. Now to the corner. Up the boards, it's walked. Top of the circle, top of the slot. There's a shot. High. Hits the glass behind the net. Smith in there, disrupting the play. Back to the blue line. Kept in. Back to the top of the blue line. Top of the slot. Shot. Oh, off Cody. Bounced in front, but Cody got to the post and sealed it off to the corner. Up to the point. Fired in. Knocked down by a stick. And flipped in the air, and Cody grabs it. 31 seconds to go on the power play for the Warriors. The Blues doing a fine job of killing it off. 13:30 to go in the third period. The Blues are down by a score of 3-2. Face-off to the right of Harkey. Mendoza in for the face-off. He's out there with Drissel, Price, and Panther. Puck sent in front. Missed opportunity by number 4. It must have stuck to the wet ice, and the Blues get to it and send it down the ice. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. Here come the Warriors up across their own blue line. To the red line. Into the zone. There's a shot. Low. Rebound right down the slot. Harkey can't see it. The puck rolls out. Sacheski out of the box. Picks it up. Across the blue line. Gets around one guy. Can't get around the next. The goalie sends it over. Up the left wing come the Warriors. Up to the red line. Crossed. Shot from the blue lines. Knocked down by Panther. He banks one off the boards to Price. Price chips it up and chases after it. Swatted at by the Warriors. Sacheski picks it up. Fires it in from the red line. In comes Alexander. Alexander hard on it. Knocks the player down. Puck comes loose. But the Warriors pick it up. Up the boards to the hash marks. Top of the circle. Out of the zone they come. Panther runs the man. Oh, man walks around. Panther wraparound. Comes off his stick early. He had Harkey beat. The Blues get it out. It's sent back in. Panther. Hey, that's automatic offside. Intentional. Sent in by Carson at the blue line. Alexander, Carson, and Beckwith out there. Beckwith on the forecheck. Her shot into the skates of a player. Carson gets to it. Oh, it's loose. Alexander is tied up, though. Carson gets in the way of a clearing attempt. Finally, it's chipped up and out at the red line. Beckwith on the puck carrier. Puck sent rink wide. Guile on the puck carrier. Waterman comes out from behind the net with it. Up the ice they come. It's a 4-on-3. Now. Oh. Alexander went to the bench. Waterman didn't look and sent a pass to nobody. Place on the puck carrier. Here come the Warriors. It's centered. Waterman It rolls off the back of his stick. He has to battle for it. Send it off the back of the net. Out front. Pruitt can't get it out. Giles sends it. It's sent up, but hits a Warrior player. Beckwith lifts the stick. Shot off the side of the net. Place was knocked down hard. It's chipped out. The Warriors control. Guile on the puck carrier. He knocks it back further. Pruitt after it. Up the left wing. Sent down into the corner. Sachesky leaves it for Smith. Smith sends it rink wide and out. Fired back in. 10:32 to go in the third period. The Blues have our opportunities, but having a hard time controlling this one. Sent back down for Sachesky. Sachesky sends it around. Giles slows it down with the stick. He's harassed in the corner, coughs the puck up. The Warriors get it, take it behind the net, look for the slot. Guile gets on it, Place over to it. Sends it up the ice. It's off Pruitt's stick, and the Warriors bring it back in. Place gets in the way, but the puck sent deeper by the Warriors. Poked off the stick by Sachesky, but they recover. Guile gets to it, walks it behind his net, cuts back. Sends it over off the boards. It's intercepted. Battling in the corner. Blunt comes back, picks it up, takes a look, fires it up ice. Right in the skates of Mendoza. The Warriors recover the puck, fire it in, right on net. Sachesky over to it. The Warriors get to it first, send it deeper into the corner. A little backhand attempt, deflected to the corner by Harkey. Smith picks it up, sends it up to Mendoza. He finally gets a stick on it, carries it in the zone, makes a nice move, but can't get around two players. Blanc pursues behind the net. It's sent up the boards. Panther over to it, keeps it in the zone. He has Blanc in front of the net, but he sends it hard around. Blanc can't control it behind the net. It gets past him, but he pursues, gets the puck away from him. Cross net, off the post. Puck sent to the near boards, picked up at the hash marks, feathered up to the red line, carried in. Panther hip checks his man down, collects the puck, sends it over to Mendoza. Mendoza in down the right wing. He's pulled down, no call. Puck sent up, kept in by Drissel. Drissel's shot attempt deflected over to Waterman. Waterman takes a look, hard shot right on net, over the stick of Mendoza. You can hear the reaction of the crowd. Carroll gets it, sends it to Mendoza. He sends it to the slot, but nobody's there. Drissel, nice body work by him. He sends it to the slot. It's off Brock Carroll's stick. It goes to the corner. The Blues showing a little life here. Panther keeps it in. Drissel gets it. Panther throws it blindly hard off the end boards. Waterman gets up to it. He pokes it deeper. Carroll in on it. He puts a check on the man. Panther comes down, pinches hard. It's still in. Munsterman over to Waterman. Oh, and it just goes out. The Blues fans disagree with the call, but I think it might have went out of the zone, just ever so slightly. So the Blues showing some spark there, putting a few on net. 7:44 to go in the period. A beautiful opportunity that bounced over Mendoza's stick. The goalie was on the other side of the crease down. Drissel ties up the faceoff man. Puck comes to a Warrior player. He carries it in. He's in the zone. He tries to center one. Everybody's sticks were tied up. Another cross-ice pass across the slot. Doesn't connect. Sent up to the point. Sent to the opposite corner. Brock Carroll gets to it. Takes a look. Fires it up. But that pass is disrupted. Munsterman turns. Fires it in the zone. Waterloo gets across the red line. Dumps it low to the end boards. Cutcomp loses control. It's sent out front. But Hardy's got Cody Harkey had the post sealed. A little shoving after the play. The officials decide the faceoff will be to the right of Harkey. So we have Blanc, Smith, And Mendoza out there with Cut Comp and Guile as defense. Drop of the puck. There's a tie-up. The Warriors come away with it. Nobody pressing. Oh! The Blues dodged one there. Here comes Mendoza with the puck across the red line. In he comes. He tries to make a move. It's poked off his stick. Smith keeps it in. Top of the slot. Takes a shot. Goes wide. Mendoza tries to put it between his legs to Blanc, who is headed to the front of the crease. Puck sent up. Panther keeps it in. Swats at it again. Finally, it's knocked across the blue line. Mendoza over to it. Picks it up. Sends it back to his own corner. Giles in a foot race. He gets beat by the Warriors. They try to wrap it around. Comes up and out, and it's offside. So the Blues have a few opportunities, but just can't capitalize. So offside was the stoppage. Face off on the near boards here just outside the blue zone. Alexander, Karsten, and Price out there with Guile and Panther for D. Warriors win it back to their own blue line. Send it up the boards. And it's chipped in. Panther gets to it, takes a look, sends it right to a Warrior player at top of the slot on the circle. The Warriors go to the front of the net and almost have it bounce off a body into the net. Cody gets his big glove on it and says, we'll take another face off and get a change-up. So the face-off will be to the left of Harkey. 6:04 to go in the third period. Blues trailing by a score of 3-2. Much better period so far for the Blues on the start of both the first and second. Puck comes up to Carson. He dishes it off to Price. Price carries it in. He sends it to the corner. Carson back behind. Tied up. He's knocked down. There's a big penalty. That'll be coming to the Warriors. So it's either roughing or checking from behind. They call it roughing. What they call it on us? Okay. I thought that was going to be on the Warriors, but the officials see it different in Waterloo. So the Blues are killing a penalty at 5:47, down by a goal. We have Blunk and Smith out there with Cut Comp and Waterman. Drop of the puck. Warriors win it to the point. Send it back down to the hash marks. Back to the point. Back to the hash marks. Down to the corner. Right in the slot. Back up to the blue line. Over to the far boards. Off the stick of the Warrior player. He sends it around the boards all the way to the opposite hash marks. He looks, sends it up to the blue line. There's a shot. Oh, Cody had it in and out of his glove. Waterman gets to it, sends it off the boards, but it doesn't come out. They play keep away again. Trying to walk in. Sends it back below the goal line. Walks up the boards to the hash marks. Top of the circle. He drops it off to the point. Set back down to the corner. Top of the circle. Poked off a stick. Smith gets it. He's out in front. He's all alone. One-on-one. Shoots. And there's a save by the Warrior goalie. Mendoza got to a rebound. Smith sends it across. The Blues have to be careful. Remember, they're down a man. Waterman does a nice job cutting across the puck carrier. Takes the puck away. He backhands one up and out. Smith gets hit hard. No call on that either. And the Warriors have to regroup. 35 seconds left on their penalty. Waterman sends it around off the boards. Driscoll gets to it, carries it back, fires it, tries to fire it down the ice, but it's right to the skates of a Warrior player. Cross ice pass to the opposite point. Back to the blue line, top of the slot. Oh, puck went across. Cody didn't know where it was. It hit him and rolled to the opposite boards. Down below the net, Waterman chases after. Puck sent up and out by the Warriors. Penalty over. Here comes Mendoza. He has Price going with him. Interference. That should have been a call. The Warrior player put a shoulder and pushed Price down. He didn't have the puck. He wasn't even close. Right at the blue line. The Blues struggling. Finally get it in. Price after it. It's chipped up the boards and out. Panther gets to it. He sends it in. The Warriors pick it up. They chip it out. Panther picks it up at the red line. He fires it into the corner. Alexander in on the forecheck in the corner. Sends it deeper. It's off the ref's skates. Price back there with it. Sent out front. Panther can't keep it in, and the Blues have to recoil. They tag up. Sent to the corner. Price coming down on it. It's sent right to the slot. Nobody there. Alexander can't get his stick on it in time. He takes a big hit. Panther tries to throw it in. The Warriors get to the red line, fire it in off Cody. It goes to the corner. Panther chasing after it. The Blues need to change some players if they can. Sent to the opposite corner. Sachesky's out there. He's tied up in the corner. He's getting hit. He's pulled down. No penalty on that. Sent to the point. Alexander gets to it. Smith gets it at the red line. He sends it in. There's a high hit. There's a glove punch to the back of a helmet. This referee isn't paying attention to anything going on. Panther gets it at the point. Fires the one in on the goalie. He pulls it back, and there'll be a face-off to the left of the Warrior goalie with 2 minutes, 1 second left in the game. The Blues are down by a score of 3-2. And the Warriors seem to be taking advantage of home referees. So timeout for the Blues. Players will go to the bench. There'll be discussion what to do if you win the faceoff, what to do if you lose it. We'll see if the Blues pull the goalie to get that sixth attacker. 2 minutes left. This would be about the time you would consider it. Face off in the opposite end of the ice. The Blues haven't really won a lot of clean face-offs, though. That'd be a consideration. So Harkey is going on the bench. It looks like they'll be putting six skaters on the ice for the Blues. Then they'll be putting everything they get on net. It's a little bit of shoot and scoot, shoot the puck and get to the net. That's the way you'll tie this up. Then we'll go to a 23-round shootout like we did last night. All right, so the timeout's over. So the Blues send out Blunk, Smith, Mendoza, Drissel, Waterman, and Sachesky. Those are our 6 skaters. Empty net at our end of the ice. Blunk will be taking the face-off. Sachesky at the top of the circle. Drop of the puck. Blues win it back. Shot by Drissel. Nice. Or Smith, I take it back. Smith, nice shot. But the goalie in a good position to stop it. That's what we want. We have 1:59 to work with. A couple more of those. We could tie this up. Drop of the puck. It's tied up. It's under the Warrior player. There should be a whistle, but there wasn't. Smith gets it, sends it to the point. Sachesky gets to it. Oh, he couldn't keep it in, though. But he still has control. Still can't get to it. Finally, the Blues get control. Send it across ice. Drissel gets to it. Carries it in, but loses control. He's in the corner. Sends it in front of the net. He's knocked down. Or who was that? Blanc. Blanc was knocked down. Driscoll gets the puck in the corner. It's sent around the boards. Mendoza gets to it, looks, sends up to Sachesky. Sachesky fires it on net. It's off a skate high in the air. And I think the goalie makes it. Oh, that's a big penalty. You can't punch with the glove or blocker. Of course. Waterloo rules. So there's no penalty called on that one. So Blanc into the face-off circle to the left of the Waterloo goalie. There's the whistle. Drop of the puck. It's one to the boards. Waterman gets it. He sends it down behind the net. Waterloo hammers it around. Driscoll gets to it. Sends it back down to Smith. Smith can't control it, though. And Waterman gets it, sends it up to Sachesky. Sachesky. Oh, he tries to shoot it between the skates of the Waterloo player, and he's easily in. 49.8 seconds left in the game. Waterloo goes up by 2 goals, 4-2 on a empty netter. Still time to score 2 goals and tie this up. The Blues just have to stick to what they were doing. So Cody Harkey comes back in. So we have Alexander, Karsten, and Price out there. There's the whistle. Drop of the puck. Waterloo comes away with it. The Warriors send it in deep. Panther back for it. He gets to it, sends it back to Guile. Guile tries to send it back to him. It's over Panther's stick to the half boards. Price sends it up to the point. It's chipped out. But a Warrior player collects it. He sends it up ice. Across the red line. It's fired in. 25 seconds to go in the game. Harkey slows it down. Guile gets to it. Fires up the boards. Here we go. Alexander across the red line, across the blue line. He's driven to the end boards. There's a hard penalty. Finally. That's not a cross check. That's a boarding call. Try not to be too critical of the referees, but when the player's head is slammed into the boards from behind, that's the definition of boarding. So the Blues have 10 seconds of game time to work out power play. I believe we could score off the face-off and still have about 8 seconds. Drop of the puck. To the end boards, the puck goes. It's held there. Place can't get it out. And there's the end of the game. So the Blues would have liked to have won that, but come up short of a score of 4-2. But the Blues will be back tomorrow morning to settle up and come away with hopefully a win to even things out and maintain the standings. So we'll be signing off and coming back in just a little bit for the varsity game between the Quad City Blues and the Waterloo Warriors. Thank you for tuning in.